Hello, it's Comatos, and welcome to another Meme deck. 500 subs! Thank you so much! Keep subbing, keep sharing with your friends. It's great stuff. And with having hit 500 subs, I started to remember where my little Horus Heresy Legion's career started, and I was remembering how I hit Mars with Tarik Torgaddon. And lots of fun. 2 energy, deal 1 damage, and I thought, let's make a meme deck to kind of celebrate this 500 and my early origins, and I thought, what makes Tarik Torgaddon good? The ability to control the board while simultaneously drawing cards, and then looking through, I noticed this Frontal Assault that I never ever see played, or very rarely ever see played, for giving +3 to all your troops this turn, and it hit me. Let's make a deck, shove it filled with a bunch of low-cost troops, use Tarik to control the board and draw extra, and every time he draws, you're going to want lots and lots of little things to play, some big power direct damages, and throw it all together, and what do we get? Full Frontal Nudity. I sure hope that YouTube doesn't throw anything there, but it's Frontal Assault, and it's fun. Let's go ahead and take a look through. Again, high initiative, which is really useful for this, and that deal damage draw is going to be great, and we're going to see, at least in the first 2 games, Frontal Assault really pop off for like 12 damage, 9 damage bonus. So we have some low-cost minor damagers to help with Tarik's power. One is deal 1 damage to all enemies, so between the 2 of those, you might be able to do 2 damage to something and draw, and also it pecks the enemy warlord. Quickfire, it's a good 1 for 2 damage. Again, synergizes well with Tarik. The Dasturk squad, one of the best troops in this deck. By virtue of being a 2-3, there's something magical about 2 for 2-3, which is it's just strong enough for the enemy warlord to not kill it on average, unless they're Angron or Rom. And it usually means that not only are you going to get whatever utilities out of the troop, you're also going to deal 2 to 4 damage with it just through attacking, or the enemy warlord bashing into it and then you bashing right back. So some of these stealth units we're going to see coming up, I'm actually thinking of switching out for some just good solid 2-3s because of just how consistently nice they are. Yeah, the Kabant squad, it's a good way to have a 2-cost troop that also synergizes with Tarik's ability to last hit things, so if you can make the math work out, you can get off more draw, kill something with 3 toughness, keep going. Second wave is an absolute must. I will literally just pop 3 to 4 troops into my hand using this and be able to just keep the Lobby Thamim going. Now we're going to see some stealths and some survivors and goodies. Nursery Scouts, yeah, it's a 1-3 stealth sneak attack, just great. Securitari Axiarch, sorry folks, I'm just going to butcher these. Survivor 1 gives a bonus to the friendly infantry, and we do have quite a few infantry. It's not like 100%, but enough to make it worth it. Already worth it though, in that it's just a 2 for a 2-2 Survivor 1. Ambassador Melgator, yeah, low cost, get off that bounce, control that early game, kill him quick. Rotau, yeah, this might be one of the first ones that I replace stealth-wise because it's not an infantry, so it's not benefiting from the Securitari or whatever, but it is a good source of anti-stealth just in case you need it, and you can leave it out there until you can buff it, and hopefully it doesn't get board wiped away. But still a good way to get out 2 for guaranteed 2 damage most of the time. And similarly, 2 for a 3-1. Just pray that they don't have board wipes. 3 for the 3-3 fast. Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially fun, because you can second wave this very often and get off a whole nother 3 damage the next turn synergetically with it. And somewhat similarly with Goldstone Hunters, we got fast. You'll have to drop the second wave though before you attack with the Goldstone Hunter to get another copy of it, but it's easier with the Grogor squad, but Goldstone is also good with it. Chubak, naturally, nice low cost, get that bonus draw, because this deck does have some draw problems if the enemy doesn't have any troops, and we're going to see the 1 loss via troopless Angron. Chariot of the Gods, yeah, now this is just a solid card, 4 damage, draws a card, so that way you know, it kind of self-replaces itself. So I thought, absolutely run it. It's a staple of these folks. Frontal Assault, the whole theme. get out a bunch of troops, ideally they stay alive with stealth or just by being low priority, then boom, surprise, hit the enemy for 12, win the game. Archaeology. Now this is the later game. In case it didn't work before, it's going to work later. Either you're going to get a 2-2 every turn, including the enemy's turn, and that's already enough for, Frontal Assault to work on 2 troops to attack if they don't kill one. And if they do decide to kill Archaeology, you could find yourself with 5 Unsettled Populace, which will instantly proc this up to a bonus 15 damage. Almost get it off like that. Don't think it quite happens, but you're going to see some really fun matches. And of course, Vengeful Spirit. We're going to win half the games with this. 8 damage, draw a card, come on. So, how'd we do? There we go. Good match, good match. I kind of rage quit here. We're going to skip this one. My apologies to this gentleman. I believe he was actually doing a challenge, and I was kind of not paying attention and just murdered him anyway, and I could have let him do whatever it is he wanted to do, which was probably win without using his warlord or something. But we're going to get to see a good 5 wins and a loss. So, let's start with Horus. Yep, I'm going to keep this in my starting hand if I draw it, and this is the poster child rounds for this deck. So that high initiative definitely helps getting this guy out early. I think he also has high. Once they nerfed, yep, still high, but luck. I got the coin flip. You see, this is like a nice win-win, where he maybe wants to bash into it, but he also wants to get off the 2 energy utility of drawing. Boom. So useful. So important. Because now I don't have to waste a troop into him. I can just face bash and drop 2 more troops for Frontal Assault. And I'm just praying that he doesn't drop any kind of, artillery strike, or, I mean, he can't drop defense satellites yet, but he could potentially kill 2 of these. And I'm like, don't hit him, don't hit him. Oh, he doesn't know what he's done. Because who runs Frontal Assault? I mean, really. And look at this perfect... And I'm like, let's do it. Boom! You ever see somebody pop off 22 damage on energy turn 5, aka turn 4? Boom. Boom! And there's the board wipe, but thank God I had high initiative and went first. Okay, what can I do, we're gonna have to play the Cabant first. Fun fact, this troop has to deal 2 damage to a troop, even if it's your own. And so, if I had played him first, I would have been obligated to deal 2 damage to this. Not what I want to do. Hindsight, I probably should have just face bashed him. I'm up at 18. It just seemed like a good use of 2 energy to not take 2. Okay. Naturally. So I think it's archaeology face bash time, don't you? Arcology, not archaeology. Can't attack. End of each turn, drops a 2/2. And what's great about these guys is that very often the enemy will suddenly just drop 10 damage into it. Which is, fine with me, but oof. Oof, this is close. Fun thing though, because the troop is created at the end of his turn, it's usable now. So I got 4 damage here. But it's not enough to win by, so we're gonna go for that top deck. Fast. Booyah, 5 damage. Well, I think I have a little fun dropping second wave just to show how you can really get your hand cooking for a couple more turns, and he sees the math. I felt really good after that first round. That was exactly what this is supposed to be. Mortarion. I was like, oh no, he's gonna stall me out. I'm like, I got 2 very good direct damages. I'll go ahead and keep that as an opener.
Death is coming.
And bash away. The theory here is that a lot of 1 damage universals tend to be the anti-stealth one, which is on energy turn 3, so better to play this one first, also in case he drops a 2-3. But I think I actually get a little greedy here. I'm hoping to use him into a troop or to draw into something, figuring he's just going to stun me most turns anyway, so what's the rush? But as soon as it's energy turn 4, yeah, we'll get off 4 damage and do a draw cycle. I might... Do I wait 1 more turn? I do, because I want to get out that extra damage. And perfect. I baited a poison, and I'm just going to suicide him into him. So let's drop the 2. Now I can hit for the 1 extra, and the 2. Base bash and drop the scout. Good. The goal here is to just murder him down as quick as possible. Now, this hand I'm not super enthused about. I need him to drop some troops. And if he drops some troops, I can do something. Now, nice thing about Melgator, you can always use it on your own troops if you need that extra curve. So boom, I get off my draw. There's my full Frontal Assault. Now I can bounce my own troop and replay him, denying the poison, getting off the attack. It's like a win-win-win. And look at that. 3 troops for Frontal Assault. Yeah, another board poison. Misplay. He could have stunned me or one of the troops. Oopsie. But now let's pop off 17 damage. With 8 in hand, 10 with those. Now I'm a little surprised at myself. I really should have dropped the troop and then saved those for later. But maybe I figured he'd have a deal 6 heal, and I was worried that he was going to use it. And he did, actually, so that was the better play, card-wise. That way I didn't lose my troop unnecessarily and still got off just enough damage to face bash Spirit. Take that, Morty. Shame about that missed stun. Would have dragged it out a little longer. Alrighty. Where are we going with next? Oh, the Angron match. Bungie a B. I've seen this fellow around, and he definitely hurts me real good here.
I'm ready for this.
I just don't get a very good hand and make a couple misplays. For some reason I was worried about the bike deal 1 damage all. I really should have opened with him. Still going to do that. But, you know, I can't face bash away. It's too risky. And I'm drawing a lot of not troops this game, so... And of course, Melgator is not going to do me much good. Can't even play him without dropping an attack first. This is probably what I end up doing, but I maybe should have waited and hoped that he played some troops. Let's see. And of course, he's just clearing my board, so I don't have a chance the second wave. Like that. That would have been great right there. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm probably never going to get to use Melgator, so let's go ahead and do it. But that was a misplay. I should have quick-fired it, hit it to draw, and then save Melgator for one of the legendaries. Or one of my own troops. Or I should have saved it for a turn that I could second wave in the same turn. You know, back to back. And now I have a full tactic hand. Pow out. I definitely misjudged all of that. So learn from my mistakes, folks. But now we're gonna have a bunch of funnies. And again, my apologies to you, Mr. Carabiner Gaming. You had greeted me 3 times, but I was AFK. So that was rude of me. So sorry.
Throne, I'm ready for this.
For Mortarion!
Yeah, I'll drop the troop opening turn and get off the face bashes. Now this is a pretty lucky setup for me. Terrible for Arcology in that he can insta-destroy it, but great in that his deal 4 damage to a damaged troop. Most of my troops have less than 4 damage. You know, some of them only have 1 health, so that's a scenario where he'll get hurt into that. But it'll waste his energy turn 3, so if he was me, he would have gotten to draw a card. Oh yeah, Chariot of the Gods. And a little face bash. Keep that high aggro going. Yep. Gotta love that high initiative. Woo! What do you got? Medium? What do you got? Medium. Booyah. Do I face bash it? Good. So now I could draw next turn. I think he sees this and tries to deny it. Nice little single damage there. So what do we do about this? What do I draw? Ah, okay. Well, I can kill that. I can bounce that away. And then I can face bash him, drop that. There's some options. And we got back-to-back Arcologies coming up, which of course he'll be able to handle pretty well. But I think he didn't like Melchitor, and he didn't like this, and he didn't like my draw, and he didn't like the sneak attack. Or he just, you know, had to go eat dinner. I don't know what, but it ended. Now these next two are pretty darn exciting. What do we got going here? Yeah, good fun opener. Quickfire was probably a mistake to keep since he's got so much ward, but
The Tempest
we're definitely opening with Durask every time we can. Das Turk. Not Durask. What am I thinking of? Maybe I'm thinking of a Klingon. Naturally, you don't like it, and this is where I mean by 2 energy to get off 4 damage. But I'm not going to bash him, I'm going to make him work for it. I'm just sad he had something for 2 energy that turn, because otherwise I could have denied his whole opening warlord power shtick. And I'm going to leave that just where it is. I don't think he's got a way to board wipe for 3. Yep, 4 damage. 2-3 is a magical number. Ah, I hate ward. That would have been perfect. And I actually decide to bash it out because I'm worried that he's going to buff it to a 3-6, and then he's going to be able to clear 2 things every turn. In hindsight, what I could have done is I could have hit him for 3 and then bashed him for 1, but then I would have taken 6 probably. That's unfortunate. I wish it had hit me. Good news though, we do have a Melchitor to deny that reduced cost fellow, so thank goodness for that. And we're still holding on to Quickfire in case of the future. I should probably run one of those in here just so I get Frontal Assault more often, but eh. This deck has enough draw cycle as it is. So, this was lucky in that it's just enough now for me to take off this ward before he buffs it up. I'm surprised. Maybe I really should have just been gunning for him so then he would hit into things. I probably would have won even faster on this. Okay. Is it Arcology time? Looks like Arcology time. And then I can hit him for 2 and 4 and prep for a quick fire finish off later. Yep. I just don't like his board. I think he's about to 7-5 flank that. Yep. Which is a good call. Bash, bash. Now that does leave that at a nice 1 for me, so. And if I had Frontal Assault, oh baby. What would I be doing? one less, so 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20. I would win the game right now if I had it. So I'm trying to draw for it. Don't get it. But I'm like, yes, let's play him before he gets any more ward out, and then I can... Oh, I can't do it again. Yeah, there. And then I do a little math here. And I'm like, I got 8 damage in hand, I got 10 damage, 12 there. Let's throw everything into him before he plays a board wipe and hope to get the win. And pray that he's not smart enough to think to give himself ward. But he is going to do that, so good for him, not for me. Frag grenade, it's just enough to stop this. I can deal 5 to him. And bash, and bash. Am I gonna play the Kabant squad? No, we're gonna save him for a troop later. Hindsight, maybe I should have played him, but now he's about to come in handy. And correctly so. If he hadn't, I would have done 14 damage and won the game. But I am definitely gonna draw off that. I can do 2 there, damage draw. And right now I need as many cards as I can get. Oh, no, that's right. I saved this to bash into him. And rightfully so. Because I can't hit him for 2 most of the time, but I can bash him. Oh, and I even save onto it. I risk the board wipe. Wow. Ooh, he didn't do it. He didn't do the ward. Let's see how that plays out for him. Oh god, that was lucky. That was so lucky. It's game. I have exactly 15 damage. 7 on the board, 8 in hand. All because the 3 damage went here. All because he didn't ward himself. A lot of stars aligned, and I really clutched this out of my, frontal ass. Ta-da! Alright, we got one more match. What do we got? Deathstroyer is a fellow from the Discord, and he was like, somebody challenge me. And I'm like, alright, let's have some fun. And it turns out he's actually rocking a deck in a similar theme of mine, but his is to get lots of little guys out and then do the board +1/+1.
I'm ready for this.
Or
Ready.
there's another buff in there, and of course he himself buffs and draws, so he'll be able to draw lots of low-costing troops and then buff them, and apparently he said this completely locked him out of the game. And rightfully so, because you got these little troops, now they're weak, and then they get picked off. Ooh, I think we're gonna get a really good second wave this game. Yep. Now, funny enough, I like this so much so far, so I'm actually just gonna do that to get him back. Then I can drop him again and drop one of the Axorix. And I'm like, alright, time to see some... What do they call that mechanic? Courage? No courage. Ah, it's so useful. Who are you gonna hit? Ah, I wish it had hit me. That's okay. I think it's time for second wave. Yeah. Getting a bonus him, and him. I could have done Jubok, but I'd rather have extra fast. And I know he doesn't like him, so I'm gonna just leave him right there for him to have to fork between drawing, buffing, and taking him out. So he goes for the takeout. Ah, shame. See, if I had a Dastric squad out, that would have been poof. So we have some options. I go with another fast, really. So we kill him, then we can kill him and draw. The operating philosophy in my mind is try to use Tarik's power for last hit draw as often as possible. Because you can always one turn later just fill the whole board, and then get off your Frontal Assault on the next turn. Oof, and he's using that to draw instead of buff. How unfortunate. Hey, you got that with Jubok. What's he get? What's he get? Poison? Stealth. Okay, I'm not gonna touch it. Okay, okay. Let's go with a squad. Oh, we're going with Jubok. Squad? Good, good. And how about a Tau? Nope, nope. Oh yeah, we want him, so that way when we drop double him, we go off. Hey, look at that. Very useful for me. Thank you so much. Ow! Rough. He just denied 6 damage on the upcoming turn with that. And took that out without dying. So, good play. What are we gonna do about that? We're gonna just power through it, honestly. So he's denied these 2. But I can buff, buff, buff. Boom! Just got it up to 7 damage again. Hit him with a fast. And now next turn, we have 8 and 2. And this. So, even if he heals a little, he might be able to take out some of these, but he can't take out all of these. I would definitely be in dire straits next turn, but he needs to kill some troops. Or Shurises. 7-7 into it. And then he can 4-3 into the 2-1. That way he has extra use, but that's game. Vengeful. Or do I go for maximum negative, don't I? A little rude of me. And a face bash? Because I'm just raising those hopes. Booyah. Ah, there's the Frontal Assault. Ugh. Maybe I should have opened with it. No, I wouldn't be able to play more. Well, that was full Frontal Nudity. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for the match death. That was fun. Again, apologies to the fellow doing the challenge. This was Karmatos. If you like this, like it. If you want to see more like it, subscribe, share with your friends, and as always, Karmatos loves you. Thanks for watching.